Nothing makes me feel more confident, focused, and ready to face the day than quality sleep. This might be a little bit strange to say, but I'm very passionate about sleep and spent some time studying it to develop a sleep strategy that supports my lifestyle. It plays a massive part in helping me achieve my goals daily and is key in helping me perform everything I do at peak level. The difference is really night and day for me when comparing days following a good or bad night of sleep. And I know a lot of people who struggle to get the sleep that they want, no matter how hard they try. Here are some tips that I use to help me get quality sleep every single night that you can implement today. Tip number 1. Pay attention to your circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm, simply put, is your natural sleep-wake cycle. If you keep to this cycle regularly, you will feel more refreshed and energized than you would getting the same number of hours of sleep but at different times. There are a few ways that I do this. First, I try my best to sleep and wake up at around the same time every day. The way I find the optimal time for me to go to bed is when I'm naturally tired. This should keep you from tossing and turning in the evening. With enough sleep, you should not need to wake up with an alarm clock, and if you feel like you're dependent on it, it may be wise to try sleeping a little bit earlier. I personally still use my alarm clock as a backup since I often need to work past my natural sleep time, but if I go to bed at 12 a.m., which is usually when I feel my body naturally shutting down, I can reliably get up at 7 a.m. without the help of it. Secondly, I try to avoid sleeping in on the weekends. I know this is not as easy to do since for a lot of us, our activities change usually from Friday night. But if you do this successfully, you're allowing your body to stick to its circadian rhythm. If you find this difficult, I find that an afternoon nap of around 15 to 20 minutes has much less of an effect to my sleep cycle than sleeping in. Lastly, try to reduce your blue light exposure in the evening. Blue light tricks your body into thinking that it's daytime and signals your body to reduce hormones like melatonin, which helps you relax and get deep sleep. On my iPhone and iPad, I use the night shift mode to get my devices to use warmer tones in the evening. On my computer, I use an application called F-Lux, which helps me control the warmth of the display depending on the times of the day. I'll link this application in the description below. Scientists recommend turning off bright lights and putting away your phone 2 hours before you sleep. But since I'm checking emails and reading content until past midnight, I do my best to put my phone away 15 minutes before bed, and this has worked for me so far. Tip number 2. Be strategic about your caffeine consumption. Caffeine sensitivity will vary from person to person, but generally, drinking a cup of coffee can keep caffeine levels in your body elevated anywhere between 5 to 8 hours. What this does is stimulates your nervous system, which prevents you from relaxing at night. If you have trouble sleeping and are sensitive to caffeine, I'd recommend staying away from coffee after 3 or 4 p.m. Decaffeinated coffee isn't always great, but if you're craving coffee badly, then I'd recommend considering this as an alternative. Tip number 3. Exercise during the day. Being based in Tokyo means that you walk and ride the bike a lot, and in a week, I go to the gym 3 or 4 times for an hour or an hour and a half to do a workout. This does wonders for my sleep. Research shows that even 10 minutes of light exercise like walking improves sleep quality greatly. The more vigorous the activity, the more powerful the sleep benefits. But the key to this is to do it regularly in order to experience the full benefits. Instead of going hard one day and missing the next couple of days to recover, try and come up with a system that you can stick to. One thing to keep in mind is you don't want to finish your workout too close to bedtime since exercise elevates body temperature and levels of cortisol, which is a stress hormone. Tip number 4. Have sex. The only acceptable type of exercise to do close to bed is sex. And if you can, you should do it more often as it can help you with your sleep. Not only is it a physically exhausting cardiovascular workout when done properly, but when you orgasm, your brain releases a cocktail of neurochemicals that make you tired. Oxytocin is responsible for the arousal and excitement that you derive from sex, and when it wears out, it can leave people feeling tired. It's often accompanied by melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle, and it also regulates the stress hormone cortisol, which results in you feeling calm and even a little bit narcotic, which is why oxytocin is also called the cuddle hormone. When men climax, their brains also release a hormone called prolactin, which plays a big part in a guy's recovery time, or the time that they need in order to have another go. When injected in other animals, this hormone causes them to become tired almost immediately. So the next time your partner gets mad at you for falling asleep right after sex, you can blame it on your biology. Tip number 5. Sleep in the right position. My default sleeping position is on my side facing left. Sleeping this way reduces snoring, it prevents acid reflux, and helps your spine rest in its natural alignment. I also make sure to have a pillow under my head and between my knees to keep my head and hips supported throughout the evening. This helps me keep my posture during the day, and also it's crazy comfortable. If you've never tried it, I highly recommend it. Another alternative would be to sleep on your back. This is less common than sleeping on your side, but shares many of the same benefits, like placing your spine in a neutral position and preventing acid reflux. I'd suggest trying a few positions and seeing which one works for you best. Tip number 6. Improve your sleeping space. The place you go to bed daily should be customized in a way that helps you achieve quality sleep. Things to keep in mind are temperature, noise levels, light, and your bed. Most people sleep best in a completely dark, slightly cool room with little to no noise. When it comes to your bed, you may need to play around with your mattress firmness. I personally find that a mattress that is 5 to 7 out of 10 on the firmness scale, yes, there is such a thing, works best for me since it's still very comfortable while giving my body the right support. Firmness is subjective, so I'd recommend visiting a mattress store, lying on mattresses with different firmness levels, and choosing one yourself. You will be spending around a third of your life in your bed, so spending time and money on your mattress is more than a worthwhile investment. If you found this video useful, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. We really appreciate your support. Also, follow us on our social media and visit our website at thetopessentials.com for more tips on how to live your best life. See you soon.